before we go to our lesson, let us know the objectives for solving polynomials using non-division. So, our objectives for today is we will be able to use non-division to divide polynomials, correctly applying the steps to divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down terms to find quotient and remainder. Hello, sir. What can I do for you?
I would like to know how many apples can I be able to buy with my money right here. Wait, let me check. I have 2x squared minus 3x plus 1.
I don't know, but this apple plus is 2x raised to 4 plus 7x cubed minus 2x squared minus 30x plus 6.
How would I be able to solve this?
Hey Zur, remember what Sir Eric taught us in class yesterday? The long division one?
Yeah, that's right. I remembered it. First, we need a dividend and a divisor.
First, we'll need to get the amount of my money as the divisor, which is 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. After that, we'll get the dividend by getting it on Christine's prices of apple, which is 2x to the power 4 plus 7x cubed minus 2x squared minus 13x plus 6. Now that we have our divisor and dividend, we can start solving the problem. So first, we'll need to get the first coefficients of the divisor and dividend, which is 2x squared and 2x to the power 4, and divide it to each other. So 2x squared divided by 2x to the power 4 is 2 divided by 2, 1. X squared divided by x to the power 4 is x squared. So the 1 will become imaginary and our answer, or our temporary quotient, will become x squared. After that, we'll need to multiply our temporary quotient to our divisor. So x squared multiplied by 2x squared is going to be 2x to the power of 4. X squared multiplied by negative 3x is going to be negative 3x cubed. X squared multiplied by 1 is going to be x squared. Now that we find our answer, we'll subtract it to our dividend. But before that, we'll need to change the signs first. For example, this 2x to the power of 4 is going to be negative now. This negative 3x cubed is going to be positive. Same as the x squared. It's going to be negative. So, it's time to subtract it to our dividend. So 2x to the power of 4 minus 2x to the power of 4 is going to be 0. 7x cubed plus 3x cubed is going to be 10x cubed. Negative 2x squared minus x squared is going to be negative 3x squared. And bring down these two terms. 13x, negative 13x plus 6. Now, we have our answer. But it's not done yet. We need to get the first coefficient again and divide it to each other. So 2x squared multiplied by 10x cubed is going to be 2 divided by 10 is 5, and x squared divided by x cubed is x. So we have our answer now, and we'll put it to our temporary quotient, positive 5x. After that, we'll multiply it again to our divisor. So 5x multiplied by 2x squared is going to be 10x cubed. 5x multiplied by negative 3x is negative 15x squared. 5x multiplied by 1 is positive 5x. So we have our answer, and we'll subtract it again to our temporary answer. But before that, we'll need to change the signs first. Negative 15, so it's going to be positive now. Positive 5x, it's going to be negative. So 10x cubed minus 10x cubed is going to be 0. Negative 3x squared plus 15x squared is going to be 12x squared. Negative 13x minus 5x is going to be negative 18x. Then bring down the 6. Now that we got the answer, we'll repeat the process again. We'll get the first term or first coefficient, and divide it to each other. So 12x squared divided by 2x squared. 12x squared divided by 2x squared. So 12 divided by 2 is 6, and x squared divided by x squared is 0. So our answer is positive 6. After that, repeat the process again by multiplying it to our divisor. 6 multiplied by 2x squared is going to be 12x squared. 6 multiplied by 3, negative 3 is negative 18x. 6 multiplied by 1 is 6. So, now that we have the answer, we'll subtract it again to our temporary answer and change the signs. So, positive 12x squared is going to be negative now. The negative 18x is positive now. Positive 6 is going to be negative now. So, 12x squared minus 12x squared is 0. Negative 18x plus 18x is 0. 6 minus 6 is 0. Now, we have our answer. And this is how much apple we can buy with our money in Christine's store. X squared plus 5x plus 6. But wait, there's more! We can also solve this using synthetic division.
And I'm gonna teach you how to do it. So how do you solve polynomials using synthetic division? For our first step, we will need to set up the synthetic division. So we have an example, x cubed plus 3x squared minus 4x minus 12 divided to x minus 2. So now we will need to put an inverted L and write down these coefficients of this function. So 1, 3, negative 4, and negative 12. Then next, we will need to write the divisor of our inverted L, which is x minus 2. So to transpose it, we will need to do it like x. So x minus 2 is equals to 0. Since we will transpose it, it will become x is equals to positive 2. Now, we will need to put our divisor, which is 2, in the inverted L, and then bring down the leading coefficient. So, we will need to put a space between the number. And then, we will multiply 1 to 2, which is 2, and then add this number. So 3 plus 2 equals to 5. 5 multiplied to 2 equals 10. Negative 4 plus 10 equals 6. 6 multiplied to 2 equals 12. Then negative 12 plus 12 equals 0. So our remainder will become 0. Then, so the quotient is, we will need to write the quotient. So 1 is equivalent to x. So x squared plus 5x plus 6 Now, since if the first term is x cubed, our quotient will become x squared. So, this will become the answers to our example here, x squared plus 5x plus 6. So that's how you solve polynomials using syntactic division.
Aha! I know the answer. I can buy x squared plus 5x plus 6 apples with my money.
That's right. You are very smart, very intelligent, and you are good in using non-division to divide polynomials.